No filter, just color grading. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chelsea. Who doesn't know that by now? I mean, this is a newer topic, so you might not. But my name is Chelsea. I'm just a lady with a bulldog, a camera, and too many opinions. And today I would like to share my opinions regarding TikTok's most successful catfish. TikTok's most successful catfish, Mikayla Nogueira. She, also known as Makeup by Mikayla, she has millions of followers. I think it's like maybe 15 million on TikTok and then a whole lot as well on Instagram. Kayla? That's not her name. Mikayla has just somehow amassed a crazy following. I'll have everything I'm using linked down below. It will be affiliate links because I am FTC compliant, unlike Mikayla Nogueira. Also, I have other videos to film while my son is napping and before we go to the pool, so I need to put on a little bit of makeup so that I can film more. Okay, so Mikayla is someone who has somehow, because of the way TikTok works, who has built an audience really just on catfishing. And back in the day when she first started her content, it was catfishing, meaning like, oh wow, you look a lot different with makeup on. And also, who cares? Who doesn't look different with makeup on, right? And so that's really where the whole catfish thing started with her. But now it's more so, yeah, sure, you look different with makeup on. Again, who cares? But now it's, you are unrecognizable because you are filtering yourself, allegedly, it's not alleged, because you're filtering yourself into quite literally a different multiversal variant of yourself. Like, girl, contact Marvel. We need to get Doctor Strange on the case. Now, let me be clear, because I'm sure I'm going to have people who are like, you're just using her name for clout. I'm a clout queen, okay? I don't do rage bait because that's insufferable. But also, yeah, I'm a commentary channel. Get over it. People are allowed to have opinions, and people are allowed to have opinions that you don't agree with and ones that maybe you see as negative. It's okay. You'll get over it. And here's the thing. Yes, a lot of people Facetune, Face App, edit, Photoshop their photos. A lot of people do. If you are not someone who is selling a product, like a weight loss, whatever, like if you're not a fitness influencer, I don't care, edit away. If you are not someone who is reviewing a makeup product or something that is in general going to change, alter, even for a moment, temporarily, whatever, your appearance or clothing and stuff, then who cares, right? Also, if you're someone who doesn't lie about it, who cares? For instance, I know I'm a Trisha Paytas stan lately, but listen, been binge watching Just Trish, and I just love how unserious she is. But she admits to face tuning, to face apping. So does Tana Mongoose, right? And I've even said before that just admit it. Who cares? If your smile is weird in a photo, if you are posing weird, then okay. If there's, my husband asked me to edit a photo the other day of him and my son because he was hunched a little bit, trying to hold our baby. He's not gonna be a baby anymore. He's about a year old. Our soon to be toddler. Crazy. There was a weird crease under where his chest is. It was strange. So I edited that out. Obviously there's not an unethical aspect to that. Again, who cares? But if you're someone who constantly lies about that and also is reviewing clothing, getting brands, to send you stuff for free, being sponsored by huge beauty conglomerates, cosmetic companies, being paid by them, getting sent all this stuff, having affiliate links for all these things, that's obviously unethical. You're changing the outcome of what the product does or how the dress or the pants look or something like that. And also, even if there wasn't that aspect to it, the other aspect of it is there's 4 different aspects of this. So not only is it unethical because you're selling something, and you're potentially, not even potentially at this point, but you're potentially changing the outcome of the review or how it looks or how whatever performs or something like that, right? Because you are editing the end result. And then there is the aspect of it where that's just blatantly false advertising, and you should not do that, especially with sponsored ads, especially with affiliate posts or anything like that, and even undisclosed ones. That is unethical and I don't even want to say borderline false advertisement, because like blatantly that's just false advertisement. Kind of like putting on false lashes when you're being paid to promote a mascara, which is crazy. And then of course there's the aspect of just lying about it, which Mikayla constantly lies and says that she doesn't filter anything and it's just color grading and it's just posing and lighting and looking snatched and how she stands like a centaur in her videos. Listen, I can know how to pose. I can wear 2 pairs of Skims and a corset, as I did at a wedding that my husband and I went to. I was probably 4 months postpartum, and I really wanted to wear this blue dress, and it was so pretty. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wear it. Put it on, and I was like, no, I'm not. We ain't doing that. Listen, postpartum, you're squishy. Okay, you're real squishy. And that's okay because, you know, you just made a human. But also, I love the whole like transformation of like playing dress up basically. I mean, I have a wall full of wigs. I have a closet full of props and costumes. Have a bedazzling station in my office. I am, by all means, a drag queen. And so the transformation of it all, I get it. I love that. But then trying to lie about it, but then also pose yourself as someone who is not doing all of those things and someone who is like so all about body positivity and open to a degree about having previously or currently still being in treatment or therapy for an eating disorder. That's okay. Ethan's probably gonna have to censor a good bit of this video because it's so irritating. And I try not to take things like this personally, but as someone who has gone through treatment, like literally inpatient treatment, got sent to Utah, it's wild because as many of y'all know, people who, such as myself, have struggled or maybe still do struggle with eating disorders, disordered eating, certain issues like that, body dysmorphia, even postpartum, body dysmorphia a lot of times does tag along, very unwelcomed, but tag along with that. And you can see yourself because your body has changed so much and you're looking in the mirror and you see yourself all the time. So you're not seeing these changes. You have that disordered way of thinking and you're not actually seeing yourself and you see yourself in a different way. And it's just so effed up. The aspect of this that makes it even more messed up is that Mikayla has been open about struggling with body dysmorphia and then also with eating disorders or an eating disorder or whatever, being in treatment for stuff like that. But then to continue to filter yourself so heavily, that's got to do something to your noggin. That's crazy. Because think about it, when you are filtering yourself so much, you're seeing yourself on this screen, but then you look in the mirror and you see a completely different person. That's gotta like mess with you a lot. So not only filtering the outcomes of things that you're reviewing, not only lying about it, not only like the false advertising aspect of it, but then also acting like you are, or rather promoting yourself as a champion for body positivity. It's just so messed up. And I truly do think that Mikayla does all of this for the rage bait of it all. Now, if you're not familiar with what rage bait is, good. Never download TikTok. Ever. Rage bait is a form of content that really just encourages engagement. When are you more likely to talk about something? When are you more likely to leave a review for something, leave a comment? When you're mad, right? Most people don't leave good reviews, which stinks. Most people leave bad reviews, right? You're more enticed to speak up when you're mad about something. That's why, as a creator, I always say, girl, you've never said this, that I do think it's important to, you know, hype up not only other creators, but your audience and, I mean, people you like and all that. I mean, it's free, right? Doing that is free. And I think you should do it, especially with just how much like negativity is out there and the negativity is sometimes warranted, like this video. It's usually louder, for sure. And I mean, that's what gets clicks and views. So with TikTok, the chaos machine itself, speaking of shout outs, if you have not read the book, The Chaos Machine, it's about social media and like the rage bait of it all. Amazing. I read it and then also I went through the Audible version too pretty quickly because you can like change the playback speed on it, which I love. But I listened to it on there too. Not sponsored by Audible. I should be though. I use Audible so much and you should definitely listen to it. It is so good. It does read like a podcast, so I would definitely suggest doing the Audible version because it is, oh my God, so good. Rage bait definitely works better with short form content, right? Most people aren't going to watch a 30-minute video from someone that they hate. Most people. There are ones out there who will, but falling down like a rabbit hole of someone like you despise or that like you cannot stand is so much easier when it's videos that are shorter than like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever, when it's a small bite-sized piece, right? And that's really what TikTok is. And for a view to be like a qualified view on TikTok to be monetized or to really just count in general, you have to grab their attention at the very beginning of the video, the hook, if you will. And with Mikayla, that's just her screaming at us.
Every week, I am sending Get Ready With Me for dinner. Travel with us to a Get Ready With Me beer unboxing. This is literally Rumble pack with me to go. So Cody and I are going to. It was not on my bingo card for Kim. I found this perfume is supposed. We're doing a full face. This is a full face of. Join me. Get Ready With Me for next week is my Get Ready With Me to go. I get some pretty crazy pals. For the longest time, I don't know if I want to Get Ready With Me to. I don't know if I want to Get Ready With Me. Every week, this is all the best shit. This is all the best.
That's just her screaming at us. Now, I really do not think that Mikayla would be popular if she was not on TikTok. If the TikTok algorithm was not pushing out this rage bait. So the viewers on TikTok or the followers on TikTok are not super invested in like the actual creator themselves. Any creator would tell you, I've said it in another video and I feel like that's pretty widely known, it is so much easier to get to 1 million followers on TikTok and to like go viral and to get views, but it's hard to do that consistently because it's so easy to gain a following over there by doing literally the bare minimum. I have worked my butt off on YouTube to get to 100,000 subscribers. Now we're at 134,000. Hopefully 135,000 by the time this video goes up. Appreciate you, feral mommies. Love you. All my feral queers. It drives me insane because if her short form content on like any other platform would not do as well because the algorithm is different and it's not pushing out as much like this type of rage bait, I guess is what you could say. But the audience is not as like invested in like you because they're not watching you like that much. And the audience is, or for like that long of a period of time as they would on longer form content. And with TikTok, mostly the audience base, the viewership, the demographic is younger. Most millennials, I feel like, don't like Mikayla because we've been through it with beauty influencers, okay? We've been through it with the YouTube beauty influencers. We've been through the unsponsored ad reads. We've been through them not disclosing their affiliate links. And that whole thing was, when that first came about, was insane. Were you there? I was there. I remember it. RIP here for the tea. It's not filters. Girl, yes it is. One thing I really just cannot stand, and I talked to my husband about this, is how she literally has made millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars catfishing. Like, it's not her. It's so wild. It is so wild. But these brands are at fault too because they've just paid her so much money and worked with her so much. Like, are they that dumb? Like, they have to know that it's all fake. I mean, her filtering is, like, if you know anything about filtering, if you know anything about filming or photography or content creation, like, you can see that, yes, clearly it is very filtered. But do these brands just, are they just dumb? Are they not well-versed? Do they not see it? Or really, do they just not care because she is someone, unfortunately, who can move product? And that they are going to get their return on investment with her, like, tenfold. Now, I don't care what size Mikayla is, what she actually looks like, anything like that. This is not me body shaming her. There have been a few pictures from like Getty Images where I think she looks so much better than her filtered self. Like, there's this one picture, I believe she's in like a purple dress, and I think she looks so pretty. But also, that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant in this conversation because it's about the lying and just the blatant filtering and glitching and just constant lying about it. And this might just be the autism speaking here, but dear God, if it really is probably just like a hyperfixation of mine. Isn't it crazy that this and 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 this are all the same person? Now, hey, don't get me wrong. We can all, again, like I've said many a times, we can all look different over the years. Girl, if you saw a video of me 2 years ago, you know I looked very different. I've had a baby, I've lost weight, I got my filler dissolved, I got it redone. I've been taking care of my skin more, upgraded my skincare to La Roche-Posay. Dyed my hair brown, wearing my makeup different. Like, nothing like talking about a beauty influencer and then not being able to find your beauty sponge or the right shade of BB cream. Oh well. So speaking of filtering, obviously that's what this video is about. I always do believe that if you are going to post a side-by-side, a like posted versus tagged video, I believe that if you are going to do a posted versus tagged side-by-side of someone, you can't do it of a picture from like 7 years ago and then a picture from today, or even a picture from 2 months ago and then a picture from today, or a picture in horrible lighting, different pose, different outfit versus, you know, no makeup versus makeup, pose, professional, great lighting, right? That's not fair. You literally can't do that. And by doing that, like you're really just making your argument invalid, because what you're trying to prove is like, oh, because what you're trying to call the person out for is, oh, well, they like are a different person than what they're posting. And it's like, okay, but you're like, the comparisons you're posting aren't good. Like, what are you doing? Those aren't accurate. So I think it's really important to show ones like the ones on the Mikayla Noguera Reddit page. Shout out to them girlies. They crazy. I love them. They have a flare on there called In the Wild, and they will literally, if she's like going to an event or something, they will be on the lookout and have the ones that she posted and then post the like In the Wild ones. And let me tell you, they are truly crazy. Mikayla has recently been, not even recently, she does it all the time, but she has been using filters that like squish her body and her face, and it like elongates her face. And it's like, girl, that's not your face. Who is that? We don't know her. Who is that? It's so crazy. Her nose is completely different. Her jawline is not square anymore. It's a V, and it's like, that's not, you don't have a heart-shaped head. It's okay. Just like my head shaped like an egg. Look at this. Look at this Caucasian egg. And that's okay. That's how your head's shaped. Like, how can anyone, one, take this person seriously, but trust any recommendation that she has regarding makeup or any reviews or anything when that's not her face? Clearly, she has no integrity, in my opinion. How? Again, it's probably people who are just like, yeah, I don't care. Which, sure, okay, but still, I care. So one thing that me and a lot of people that are in this subreddit it's been just such a mind fork for us is the fact that Mikayla will say that she's a size 4. I'm a size 4. Mikayla and I are not the same size. And I do not mean that in a mean way. Quite literally just saying we are not the same size. Just like me and Isabella Lanter are not the same size. Just like me and Jaclyn Hill are not the same size. Also, she's taller than she looks, but me and Jessie Smiles and Lily Marston are not the same size. Them are tall. Those are tall ladies. And that's okay. None of us could wear each other's clothes. I mean, I could probably wear like their shirts or something, but it's okay. I don't want that. I know some people are going to be like, oh, she's not a size. Girlfriend, I'm not a size 2. But her coming on and being like, I'm a size 4. I don't know who an impression of whom's that was, but that was not Mikayla. But like, that's no, you're not. We can see that you're not. The person you filter yourself into could be, but you are not. As someone who has struggled and like sometimes still does with body dysmorphia, and I do consider myself recovered from an eating disorder. People say that like you're never truly recovered, kind of like with addiction, but still, say whatever works for you. It doesn't matter. As someone who does, struggle with body dysmorphia, like that sometimes me up. All right. Sometimes I'm like, I don't look like you. Do I look like you? And it's not like, oh my God, do I look like you? Like, do I look that big? And it's like, no. That's not what I'm saying. It's literally me like second guessing myself of like, am I seeing myself like in my true body? Like, or am I not? Kind of like if you used to restrict and you're like in recovery, at least I know I do this. And then if I'm like eating healthier, not dieting, because we don't use that word in this household, but if I'm like eating healthier and making more like fresh foods and eating more fruits and stuff, you know, then I'll kind of get like a little weird about it. And I'm like, or if I'm like walking every day or, you know, getting back into working out every day with like an off day here or there, I'll start to be like, wait, am I? Is the kind of like how sometimes I'm like, wait, is this the autism? Is this the ADHD? I'll literally in my head be like, am I anorexic again? What's happening? So it's kind of that like mindset of like, wait, am I? I don't know. It's just crazy. And she can say all day long that like she doesn't think that it matters or that she doesn't see that like how it's affecting other people. And listen, I'm not trying to be out here saying like, oh, Mikayla Naguera is responsible for other people and their mental health. No, she's not. Obviously. But what I'm saying is that literally lying about your pant size or your short size or your dress size and filtering yourself to be 4 sizes smaller than you are when those knees and legs don't lie, while being such a champion for body positivity, body neutrality, acceptance, and all that, like that's so messed up. But again, she is a true clout goblin. Absolutely. Also, if you're not subscribed to the Here for the Clout podcast, it's my new podcast with Sherilyn Dale. Please subscribe. It will be linked down below. It's in my link tree. I would really appreciate it. I'm really trying to have us hit 1,000 subscribers before we post the first episode. So if you want more petty content like this, basically what that whole podcast is, all right? And keep telling Sherilyn. I'm probably going to get us canceled within the first 10 minutes of the first episode. Oh well, not my problem. Okay, I've rambled enough. Let's go ahead and go over some of these just truly wild examples of Mikayla very clearly filtering herself. Also, I've tried to like mimic for literally this video and other videos calling her out. I've tried to figure out what filtering app she uses for her videos. I mean, let's be honest, I haven't looked that hard, but all the ones like, what's it called? Like Pretty Me or Pretty Up and other ones like, cause that one's real hard if you're like moving in a video, and she moves quite a bit. She does stand like a centaur though, or like a velociraptor, which is like if I'm posing for a certain amount of time in a weird position, which that's a weird position, my entire body's sore. So hey, maybe that's how her core got so small. Maybe it's not filtering. Maybe it's standing like a centaur. Who knows? Not me. Either way, I, for the life of me, cannot figure out which one it is, because I've been wanting to do like more short form content calling her out, and I don't know. Also though, it's the NASA style camera angle that she'll use, and then also what some people will do and what she does as well to make herself seem just so tiny in videos is using the 0.5, I think, like zoomed out. That makes y'all look crazy. Absolutely makes y'all look crazy. For instance, her and her husband Chody just went to Aruba, and here's a screenshot of him walking into a jewelry store. They seem like they just do like so much cringe touristy on vacation. This girl goes to like Thailand and goes to Dunkin' Donuts. It's like, it's the rage bait of it all. Like, she's not dumb. Look at that tiny head and those big ass feet. Also, these types of angles, since the distortion in like the walls and stuff are tilted already because of this, not aspect ratio, but because it's like zoomed out, basically because of the lens you're using, I guess is what you could say, it's much easier to conceal all the extra filtering that you're doing. Also, I would like to say, do people sometimes go way too hard on her and have, you know, BEC syndrome on Reddit? Of course they do. Is some of the stuff they say hilarious? Of course. Of course it is. BEC syndrome is eating crackers syndrome, and that is when literally anything that someone does makes you mad. Also, I know that sizing is made up. Crazy, makes no sense. And I'd say like generally I'm a 4 in dresses and stuff like that too. But then some brands, Steve Madden, I'd probably be like a 6 or an 8. Sizing varies, I understand that, but saying that you are a size 4 in Abercrombie jeans, no, you're not. And then, of course, we have pictures like this where she's in this green dress, and between her arm and her waist, it's super, super blurry. And realistically, you could be like, oh, well, the entire photo is blown out. looking at it right now, and if we zoom in, one of the only parts that's super, super blurry is right there. And then again, in this photo right here, the person who posted this actually circled like the glitches, which is amazing, and I love that. Also, her foot looks weird. Who cares? A foot looking weird. But then we have by her bangs, it's like crinkly. That can happen with filters. And then between the inner elbow and the waist, we have it looking like Vaseline is just smeared on the lens, which is just ridiculous. And then we have her standing like she, again, is a centaur. Also, though, more power to her that she can wear strapless stuff like that, because I could never. And then this beautiful soul in this video, which I feel like a lot of people have started doing lately too, is screen recording her videos and then screen recording you going through that screen recording on your phone, and you can slowly go through it. But you can clearly see not only her hair glitching, but her eyes glitching. Literally has like 2 different eyes during part of the video. Her shoulders glitching. Again, that is not color grading. And if you were just a lifestyle influencer, like, sure, I'd still judge you for it. Absolutely. But you're not. Like, you're a beauty influencer who is reviewing, being sponsored by, being sent all of these products, and you are being paid for saying that they work well, and then you're filtering yourself into a different person. But yeah, Mikayla, that's not you. Her hair looks great there though, but also that's not you. I've talked to a few influencers who have well over 1 million subscribers on YouTube and who have been doing this for years, and who are in not only like the beauty space, but skincare and lifestyle and stuff like that. And I'd say arguably who are very well respected. I did ask them, like, hey, anonymously, obviously, but like, looking at this, like, what do you think she's using? Like, what are the red flags to you that this is edited? And after talking about it, one of the things they said was the black like outline right there, like that she'll have like right here, or like a dark outline like right here, and then like blurring up here too, like on her, like where her face stops. And they're like, yeah, that's a clear example. Like, that doesn't happen. TikTok, the quality of video on there, even if you upload 4K, it compresses the video so much and makes the quality of video so However, as, you know, someone who makes millions, not me, someone who makes millions on that clock app and does this professionally, clearly not me. And I mean, like, it's pretty vivid, pretty clear in a lot of her videos. Like, you can't use that as an excuse, you know? It's clearly not a problem with the quality of the video in terms of like blurriness and stuff like that. It's pretty clearly filtering. I'm not really sure how Truth in Advertising hasn't, good old Tina, hasn't come after her, or the FTC, mainly Truth in Advertising, in regards to her like doing false advertising so much with filtering and all that when reviewing products. It's really crazy. And this is a great example of all of the different pictures popping up of her. Again, these are like over the years, so like that's not necessarily fair, but some of these are right around like the same time as each other. And this is another great example of, one, her hair looking great. Also, that color looks amazing on her. Another great example of, girl, is the foundation of your house okay? Because why are your shelves so warped like that? But then more so than that, the filter around her chin is glitching so much. Again, because her face is not shaped like that. And yes, I mean, I'd say like I got pretty plump cheeks, and when I smile, my face is more round, right? And so when I don't smile, my face is a little bit more elongated. Like, that's normal. That's how faces work, in case you didn't know. That's not how faces work, what she's doing. And then, oh, look. The difference between this, I guess it is kind of curved, but this slanted shelving right there, and then this right here. And proof that the price of your makeup doesn't mean ish. Well, Mikayla. And she says, back camera iPhone. There is a difference between front-facing camera and back-facing camera, and where you're holding it and the angle and all that. Yes, but that's not what that's doing. This one is a great example of a tagged photo, I believe a tagged photo, versus what she posted, and it shows how she like elongates her face and opens up her eyes. So a lot of people have said like she will use whatever filter or whatever like app to open her eyes up more in videos because I guess she has like smaller eyes. Imagine going to that extent and then lying about it. And then another thing that people are just going wild about, which again, I think it's purely just rage bait, but it doesn't make it okay, is that she's saying that she has been on a anti-inflammatory diet for the last year and that she has like, that's how she's lost weight. I do think she's lost weight, but like that's how she's lost weight. Tell me how Dunkin' Donuts is anti-inflammatory. And hey, people have cheat days. I get it, girl. I get it. I'm supposed to be gluten-free. Guess who ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich yesterday? But she's been saying like, oh yeah, I'm on this anti-inflammatory diet. But then almost like every video that she posts that has food in it, it's like McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts and all this other shit that's like wouldn't be considered anti-inflammatory. And then here we have her face disappearing into her towel, which is really cool. And then right here we have the side of her face glitching, her hand glitching. And this is what I was talking about over here on this side. It's like, that's not shadows. What is that? And then again, it's the super high up angle that's like zoomed out, the 0.5 zoom that usually makes your feet look huge, your head look super tiny. I don't know if y'all follow the Instagram versus reality, but Instagram reality Reddit page. It's like sad and hilarious, but sometimes just sad. But there are people who edit their heads to be so small and it's so funny. If I can find like some of my favorite ones, I'll have Ethan put them in, but like, it's so crazy. I don't know if people do it to like just make themselves look more muscular or like make themselves like skinnier or like their boobs bigger, but it's like, no one looks like that. You look like the shrunken head guy that was sitting next to Beetlejuice in the waiting room, you know? I cannot. Look at her feet in this. Girl, what are you doing? Oh yeah, it's just color grading. You don't filter, right? Whose banana feet are those? Whose clown feet are those? Her feet don't look like that. She's little. She's like 4'10". She's short. Her feet don't look like that. We've literally seen them unfiltered and weird angled. And so for instance, like obviously like this is a professional at like advertisement from what's the brand? Kosas, is that how you say it? And she is like a partner with them. This was on the trip with them that they went on and they obviously did like marketing photos. You can disagree with me. That's fine. I think she looks, as Mikayla would say, stunning. Absolutely forking stunning in this picture. So beautiful. Of course, there's probably Photoshop. Duh. It's marketing. It's like professional marketing. It's probably photoshopped, but not as much as this screenshot from a video where she's standing like a centaur and showing off her birthday outfit. Girl, where's your cleavage? In a video you posted on that same day, you showed cleavage. Whose face is that? It's not yours. What have you done? And then this is a great example of pictures from her Instagram. It's clearly photoshopped. Is like the masking of like when you use like Face App or Facetune, usually Face App, like enhance something to enhance like the eyelashes or like the makeup look in general, or just literally add makeup on yourself. I'll do a screen recording of me doing it. Like with some of these beach pictures, especially if I forgot which one it is, but there's one of them that like will just lighten your face. So like if your face is like under a hat, then like it can like brighten your face. So like you can actually see yourself in the picture. Love that. And then also if your spouse is smiling like they're constipated, thank God I don't have that problem with my husband, but like my brother acts like he's an alien trapped in a human's body and doesn't know how to smile. So weird. But I will literally have to like make him smile with Face App. Also adding teeth onto your baby. Top tier comedy. They're about to block me, but I believe the like dots right here is the like masking of it. And then also, riddle me this. Since when do your eyelashes come straight out of your eyeball, Mikayla? Since when does that happen? What's going on here? At least she does Face App on her friends too, okay? A lot of times you can tell from her pictures that she'll use in my opinion, a filter to make like her lips look bigger. There'll be like a line, or you used to be able to see it. There used to be like a line right here, and then like it would go up like this. And that I believe is the kiss filter from Face App. I'll do it on myself so you can see. Which it's like, your lips are already big hot dogs. What you doing? I have lip filler too. She needs to get hers dissolved, but yeah. Yeah, that's not you. Who is that? Definitely not you. Her elbows are like almost always touching in the back. So maybe that's why her chest looks like this. But And like, she's like sitting normal. Like, I can understand that as like a big boobied lady myself, but literally makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's so crazy. And then, of course, with pictures like this, it's like, girl, yeah, I could look like that too. Hey, it's me. We're the same person, right? Looking down. No one looks cute looking down. But also, that's not the nose or the mouth that she, or the jawline that she presents in pictures, right? And of course, I understand like there's going to be a difference between you standing and you sitting. Like, this difference is pretty crazy. And then, of course, with this one, which is interesting because it's a video showing off a PR package, the makeup is filtered. Like, it's glitching. It's clearly, look at that. And then with this video right here, you can actually see there's like a blur around her body, and it seems like that's what she does. It must be so exhausting. But yeah, you can clearly tell that there's a blur around her body, and that's not just crappy video quality. That's a filter, and someone has slowed it down so that you can clearly see like where the filter in the video is, and like she's moving too fast so that like the video can't catch up. That's insane. Why? Why do that? Again, you can literally see the filter like moving with her body. And this is a great example of how people say that she uses a filter to open her eyes more, like to just make them bigger. And when normal people blink in videos, that doesn't happen. But if you're using a filter to make your eyes bigger, then yes, that would happen. Like, there's just so many crazy examples of it. And it must take so much time. I mean, I guess it doesn't take so much time once you like have it figured out, because you just apply it to all the videos, right? Now, this is one that's gone, I don't want to say viral, but where you can see the filter like moving around her, and it's just around her. And it's just so wild. Like, it's pulling things with her. And then you can also see her actual jawline, the width of her actual nose. And yes, when you're smiling, your nose looks bigger than when you're not, right? But it's just crazy how the filter moves so well with her, because a lot of people know that if you are using video filters, that it's not going to move with you like that. Like, it's not gonna work as good. So I don't know if she's literally just found like the perfect one. Like, look at that. That's not the same person. That's crazy. But if she's, found like the perfect one, or like maybe paid to have one made, or has like one person to specifically do this. A lot of famous people will send their pictures to like their assistant or someone, and then their assistant either edits it for them or will have someone to edit it before they post it, and then like they send it back, right? But that's a completely different face shape. Like, just because I'm smiling doesn't mean my face like shape actually changes, right? This one is insane. Oh my God. This person it looks like she's flaring her nostrils. That's insane. But it's like the shadow goes like in and out and in and out. Girl, why? I mean, we know why, but stop. The money must be really good. The money must be worth it to look completely different in person, to have no integrity. I don't think there's any amount of money that could keep my husband from roasting the shit out of me for posting pictures and stuff and videos that look nothing like me. But what do I know? Because maybe it's millions and millions of dollars he's clearly in on it. It's wild. This is a great one too. And yes, you can look very different between different outfits, but anyways, that's enough for my rant regarding Mikayla Nogueira and her ridiculous filtering. Listen, if you don't agree with me, that's fine. But I needed to just get this out because it's crazy and so weird. Maybe I'm a boomer. Maybe I'm not even a millennial anymore. Maybe I'm a boomer. Don't send hate to anyone that I ever include in my videos. We can have different opinions. That's fine. There's also a difference of opinion and a difference of reality. And I like how I say that's okay, but then like, also, that's what my whole channel's about, is that not being okay. As long as you're not manipulating anyone or hurting yourself or anyone else, who cares? She is lying, though, profiting off of that. So, hope you have a great day, night, weekend, whenever you're watching this. If you are subscribed, listen to this next little message. If you're not, cover your ears, and also you're dead to me, so you can't listen anyways. Your butt looks so good. I'm so proud of you. Whatever you've done this week, whatever you didn't do this week, take time for yourself. You're doing great. I know it'd be rough out here sometimes, okay? Take a breath. And just know that you are valid and your feelings are valid and you are valuable. Stay spicy, subscribe, like, and comment, all those things. Make sure you check out my new podcast, Friday, August 2nd, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye.